I did comedy, stand-up comedy, for a long time, and which is a form of acting, because you pretend that it's happening for the first time when you've obviously not. It's an illusion. So that is a kind of acting, I suppose. And then I did that, and from that I started doing sort of shows that were a bit more stand-up. Then I got working with Noel Fielding, and we started doing the Boosh, which was more comic kind of acting scenarios and things. So I sort of thought, oh, I like this. I don't know really. I mean, I don't. I should let you know when I've done it. But I've been on stage in front of lots of people. That doesn't really bother me. But nothing really. I mean, what I've done with the Boosh, like we've toured and done big gigs and things, and after a while you get used to all that. But we always had mics and screens to get, because we were playing stadiums and stuff, so you couldn't do it without a mic. So this is what I'm sort of doing. This is new to me. Is this sort of mayor of a town, and the town is in a mess. It's running along, but it's running along corruptly, and then the mayor gets wind that a government inspector is coming to the town, so he calls everyone in and tries to give them all dressing down, and sort of tries to set the town back on its feet and get everyone doing what they should be doing and put up a front. Well, I spent 3 months in Siberia with just me and a wolf called Shira, and we just really scoured the wastes of Siberia together, living off our wits, and she's with me now. She's just underneath the camera. She's quite camera shy, and she'll be accompanying me throughout the play. You know, on stage with me. It's an unusual usual thing that Rich has done. For TV, obviously, you only need to learn like a few lines a day, and you learn them on the way in the car, or the night before, or if you're feeling diligent. And then you sort of you have a wide shot, and you do your lines. It doesn't really matter what you say. Then you go into hopefully on the other person first, so that you can have another shot crack at your lines, and then it goes on to you, and then you've got it. Then you have a break. You go sit in your caravan for a bit. So it's a lot easier, and it's like making a big jigsaw puzzle. So and then that's all assembled when you're not anywhere near it. So usually, unless you've written it or something. But so this is like creating a character in real time over a period of 2 hours. So the process of rehearsal is like nothing I've ever experienced before, really. And the intensity and the sort of reverence and for the text, for the written word, and is huge. And it's never really been like that for me in anything I've ever done. It is a comedy, but it's also a satire, and it's also slightly unnerving in a surrealistic, Kafkaesque, sort of nightmarish sort of way. It's got a strange logic to it, which is it's not just funny. Something slightly disturbing about it. So to get that right, yeah, you just have to know where you're aiming things. And Richard's good at that. He's sort of giving everyone a sort of direction to aim stuff towards, and giving a reason for all the lines, when it's not just for comedy, you know. In the Boosh, there's often a bizarre sort of monster or villain, and they're always the most fun to play. So we didn't really want to give those parts to anyone else, because we are very, very selfish like that. So we thought, we've written it and we're doing it, so we're going to play those parts as well as ourselves. It was good, which is great fun, you know, and you get to play sort of bizarre creatures and characters. But no, I love the idea of kind of creating something with an arc of its own, and a person with a sort of arc. Did I mention arc? Each character isn't so far away from redemption that you can write him off they're all sort of, and that's what he said, Gogol said, he wanted everyone to be only a step away from redemption in some way, so that they are redeemable. You don't see it happen in the play, and the way it ends is kind of odd. It sort of just stops in a strange way. I think he wanted the play to carry on into the world in some weird way, so the action sort of stops and freezes. And the idea, I think, was that everyone sort of just talked about it and took it out, rather than it having a sense of closure and all ties up nice and everyone then goes about their business, But it seemed like he wanted to keep it sort of straight, the ending to be quite ambiguous in some strange way, so that it kind of resonated in people's heads. So